Hello guys, and welcome back with another video. Today we have the next part of what if Deku had a shiny Charizard. I had to remember there for a second. I believe part 5 or 4 by this point. Anyways, of course, before we start, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy it. Now, play that in.
Are we gonna play now? Ready for the show? I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you gotta go. Man, I'm on the chase now, leave me on my own. I got a chance to break now, here I fucking go. Take control of fate now, I control my flow. And I know that I'll be great, how putting on a show. I know that I'ma stay loud, drowning out the noise. The haters always thinking that they could fucking break me. They're better off eating their own words like pastries, hate me.
Alright, starting things out, we hop straight into, some kept training, and the first two filler portions would remain the same based off of the anime. I don't know if it was in the manga. Well, I think these are canon, so we'll just go with, these two portions remain the same whether they're canon or not. Anyways, moving on to the actual summer camp. Starting things off, not really much changes, just one change, and when Pixie Bob would throw basically everyone off that cliff, Charizard would also be thrown off. And would also, have to help Class 1A fight their way through the rock monsters, but not much trouble. He's actually a very good help. But moving straight on to things, as in canon, the League of Villains would attack, this version until we got our perfect version. We had to go through a few versions. But moving on, as in canon, Deku would still go to save Koda, except for Charizard would join him and they would fight Muscular together. And by together, I mean, this time actually Charizard having to do most of the heavy lifting. With Charizard basically only being the only one out of the two to have the attack power to actually hurt Muscular with his Flamethrowers, Dragon Claw, and even land a seismic toss on Muscular. But Muscular would be able to keep fighting through all of this. But the battle wouldn't be exactly easy on Charizard's end. It would be actually pretty close between the two. Almost either one giving the edge. And so Deku would once again ramp it up to 24%, probably creaking a few bones for a few seconds. But this would be enough to allow Charizard to, of course, use... This will allow Charizard to, of course, land a in front overdrive, hitting Muscular straight in, everywhere in his area, and would allow him to knock Muscular out. Moving on, Deku Charizard would still, encounter Soji and would have to deal with Tokiyami's whole Dark Shadow Rampage. However, with the simple Flamethrower, Dark Shadow is subdued. Not really that hard. And so Tokiyami is just returned back to normal and everything's hunky-dory for him. And so the four would also go help Todoroki and Bakugo against Moonfish, and the Moonfish would easily be crushed, especially with Deku actually being able to use his hands. As in canon, Mr. Compress would come in to save Bakugo. Come in to capture Bakugo. That's quite the opposite in a marble, and that would go as in canon. As Charizard would go to take flight after Mr. Compress, and they would have a good little chase scene as Mr. Compress draws constant flamethrowers. This would allow Todoroki to use his whole ice giant pillar thing as in canon. However, with Mr. Compress distracted, this will actually hit and take Compress down. Bakugo is saved, however, Mr. Compress would escape through the commotion, so that would happen. And so would later meet up with the rest of the League of Villains, basically saying mission failed, and they would all retreat at the same spot they did as in canon. They would have as in canon. Deku isn't sent to the hospital this timeline since no need, since his arms wouldn't be nearly as in bad shape as in canon, nor would he go to help save back. Since Bakugo is just fine, which means it would just be the heroes going to raid the villain base, since Momo would still stuck that thing on the number. Of course, lead to All Might versus All For One, which would go better than Ken, since All Might would be able to fight full strength from the start, but that wouldn't change the outcome, and All Might would defeat All For One with his final smash, that being, of course, the United States smash, still an epic moment to this day, and that ends off the arc. In the video, hopefully you enjoyed. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, as I kind of want to get to 200 subs by the end or by the end or by the middle of November. Anyways, see you next time.